Okay, welcome to Battle Brief number 2. This is VVV Sinister. We're looking at the LSJ versus Phoenix Gold league match from Manny's perspective. The score is 36-27. Phoenix Gold leading, although LSJ does go on a run and come back somewhat. They're in the city now. They've reset and they're about to begin play here. Things to watch out for. The main things are preemptive pushing. We're going to see that from both teams, and it's very important. Then cover, and then also how to react when windows are opened against you, right? Or how not to react, I should say. So let's get started here with Manny. He's going to post up and get cover right here at the outset. He's going to get cover from the stairs and cover from the left. You see Maul Saber. He's trying to apply pressure with throws, unsuccessful. Vader is moving forward with aggression. And then Manny's going to do a preemptive push. You see his reticule up, his character on the minimap flashing? This is he's preemptively pushing, okay, because he sees this Vader moving forward, knows he's fast, and if that Vader moves forward enough or gets enough air, he can catch Manny in a choke, and then he's in kind of a bad spot. So a preemptive push, though, let me kind of explain just the details of that real quick. A preemptive push is where you're pushing before you want it to go out, more or less. And it takes advantage of the fact that the push has a cast time before it actuates in the game. So comparatively, if you look at the new lightning ability, that's near instantaneous. You push the button, it comes out almost instantaneously. Push takes a moment before it actuates in the game. Before it actuates, your character flashes and your reticule generally comes up. Your character flashing is what enables people to blink block. Volt tries to there, but is unsuccessful. So first disruption of the enemy aggression by Manny because of preemptive push. And here's your second one. See his reticule? Character flashing. He's behind cover. The Asajj has moved forward with an aerial. Manny's preemptively pushing again. Look who's in front of him, teammate. But it doesn't matter because, see, he steps to the side. He comes out from behind the cover, which enables him to push this Asajj. Second disruption of enemy aggression from a preemptive push. Now, at this point on the mic, Manny says, I'm going to cut an angle, or I'm going to cut another angle. I think what he's meaning is he's looking for an angle in order to make a play. So these villains, though the pacing has been kind of even, the villains have aggressed more. And cutting an angle is probably what I would call sharking. You think of a shark, right? You circle the waters and you're looking to strike against your prey. That's what I call sharking. Here comes more aggression from the Vader. Luke pushes him out. So 3 attempts at aggression from these villains over on this side. They've been pretty consistent there. Manny's going to try to do something else, right? He's looking for an angle. Maul blocks, falls down, very conservative. He's played conservative the whole time. If Manny wants to follow up on that, he has to make himself vulnerable. So he backs up. He's using cover. Pay attention to the cover. Vader looks over. He changes targets. That's also a very important thing. Manny has changed targets. I'm just not realizing that. Changing targets is also very important, especially in these little skirmishes where nothing's really happening. You can keep the enemy on their toes and surprise them if you just swap targets all the time, which is what Manny has done with this Vader and what Vader has done against Manny. It's a 2v1 over here. Manny leaves, returns to this bubble. He's got vision on Asajj, vision on Maul, and turns left to get vision on Vader. As he does that, Vader jumps. You see? What does Manny do? He comes off his bubble, goes to the side of it, and gets cover, I think, to avoid any potential float choke from that Vader against him. There you see cover used again. He sprints forward or slow runs forward, but this Asajj is waiting. He's changed up his game. He's broken his pattern. He was kind of aggressive. Then he backed up, and now he's just sitting on this building. Watch this. Preemptive push from Asajj against the aggression of Manny. See his character flashing? He's pushing right now. There it actuates. Now watch this. Tumble Major window opened. Vader was waiting. He could smell that window like a Thanksgiving dinner. Came in, swoops, tries to get Luke. Luke, while his saber is out against that Maul, pushes Vader up. Now, Kratos has been in the back, kind of like Maul over here. They've both been playing in the back, waiting for something to break out so that they could respond and help however necessary. The problem, though, when a window is open like this and a fight breaks out, you've got to be careful that you don't go extreme with your conservatism. That's what Kratos does here. So, Manny's down. Scars just pushed Vader up. Kratos probably anticipates the Vader to float choke, so he jumps once, twice right there, maybe a third time up to the pencil tower, which means he's taken himself out of the fight. Where's Maul? Right there. Boom. You see? Maul was waiting to pounce. He came in. Kratos, I think, was waiting at least for a time, but then he left. And now he's put such a distance between himself in terms of his verticality and space that he can't effectively respond to this. Here's Asajj. They take out Berserk. Scars is on the ground. Vader turns, catches him in a choke off screen. Kratos can't respond immediately. He finally comes down right here. Scars dies. He gets a push on Vader, but he can't follow up or capitalize because it's now 3v1 and they're just waiting. You see, that was a fatal mistake on Kratos' part. So I'm trying to give you insights into really everything that's going on. Manny gets vision. He's got cover. Looks for more cover, maybe avoiding the float choke. Asajj waiting. Preemptive push from him. Excellent use. Tumbles Manny. Everything has just changed. Vader comes in. Exploits, gets pushed away. Kratos jumps out. He could have jumped to this bubble. He could have even maybe sprint jumped to this roof and saved Manny. Either way. Scars also didn't need to fall like he did. See, he fell down. If he had stayed up, he probably could have responded to this better. So both Scars and Kratos lost the opportunity to counter the aggression against Manny. Good job by Maul to quickly change his playstyle. He was playing very conservative, then he moves in, pounces against Manny, they quickly take him out. They exploit the window, which Chris opened. Well done. You see, they all, Maul and Vader, move in to exploit that window. Great play by them, and it just makes LSJ fall apart. Kratos is now forced to run, which is the proper move, I think. It's a 3v1. He goes back to his spawn, 3 seconds till they're in. So this is kind of the second part of this play. We're going to join Manny again. Manny spawns in. He immediately gets vision. Sees Asajj, sees Vader up here. You see Luke? He just jumped an aerial there. I mean, he's telegraphing what he's doing. It's just a little too obvious. When a Vader's nearby, especially on a roof, you want to be careful of that. See here? Vader was waiting. He's coming down. I don't know if Manny sees that or not, to be honest with you. If he does, he starts to sprint. Well, Vader doesn't go for Manny. He goes for the Luke. Now he's choking him, and he's comboing him right now as Manny is over here and does the ramp. Kratos is in the back. Again, not necessarily in this fight. So much, there's just a lot of distance between he and his teammates at this point. Now, to be fair, he is getting zoned by that Asajj. I think Asajj has gone up to the tower. Scars dies. Now, here comes preemptive pushes again. See there? Reticule up, character flashing. He's in the middle of the wall, preemptively pushing. Vader's not even on the screen. But it doesn't matter because by the time the push actuates, Manny turns his camera right and catches Vader. Look also, just for these little nuances, look at Manny's position. He lands on the wall smoothly, no hesitation, so that even if this Vader had blocked and went for a choke immediately after, Manny could have responded by taking a step to the right or the left and probably fallen and evaded the choke, or been stuck in that halfway position and eventually fallen. So just little nuances, nice little nuance. Probably not something he did consciously. It's just how he's playing and he's used to that. Vader gets tumbled. He also falls. He's stuck in his animation till he lands on the ground. Manny jumps over here, then watch for the reticule right there. That tells me, I'm almost certain, Manny's now doing an R2 jump, which is faster than a single jump, which he really needs to make the most of his time, of whatever speed he has available to him, and that's the way to do it. Vader's facing this way, out toward the spawn. Manny again preemptively pushes right here. See the reticule? See the push? Vader's not even in his sight. Now, of course, he knows he's there and likely knows he's facing out. So just great play from Manny. Catches Vader in the back before he can turn and block. But look, he's not moving forward. Why? Well, somebody's right here. Captain Scrappy Doo on Maul. Now, I don't know if Manny just has the presence of mind to wait, period, or if he saw Maul on the minimap. Either way, very good discipline from him. Maul comes in. This Vader, by the way, has been neutralized by Manny for 4 seconds now, and it goes even further than that. Maul comes in, drops down, stays in place. He's flashing right now and pushes from that position. It's not enough to reach Manny. Manny's wisely put distance between himself and the Maul, and really between himself and Vader. He's not gone for the Vader yet. So Maul pushes his teammate. As he's doing that, Manny moves forward and pushes. Different from the Maul. The Maul fell down, dropped in place, and pushed. Manny moves forward, gets max range out of his push, hits the Maul. He doesn't tumble, but it's enough to give Manny time to backslash, tumble this Vader again, get some damage off on him. Maul's still recovering. He ends up blocking. Manny starts his combo with Obi-Wan, which is very fast. I think that's a wise move. Now, he's killed the Vader. Maul's flashing again, but Scars is in. But look at Manny. Where's he at? Let's just back up for a second. What I want you to pay attention to up here that I haven't talked about yet is the cover. Where's Manny at? He's in this little cubby. So even if he gets pushed, he's not going to get tumbled, right? Even if this Maul were to get his push off against Manny, it wouldn't be enough to tumble him, and there's a good chance Manny could get his block up and then escape. Just great use of cover beside him on that left building and behind him. Now, see, because that's what's going to happen here. He gets pushed, Scars comes in, Manny doesn't tumble. This Maul is forced to aerial if he's going to try to secure this kill. It's his only option, so nice insight from him to see that. Scars unfortunately pushes him. Manny recovers, gets his block up, but is still damaged by this aerial. Maul backslashes. Manny perfect blocks. Then he combos, kills the Maul. And over here, Chris has been pushed down by Kratos, I believe, tumbled, and Scars is killing him right there. So in the end, it's a 3-for-3 exchange. But let's just go back real quick and work through all of it again. Manny gets initial cover here. Disrupts the aggression with a preemptive push. Gets cover. Preemptive push. Disrupts aggression second time. Looks again for an angle. Vader pushed out again by Luke. So third aggression from them. They've kind of made a pattern of that. Manny swapped targets, looking for something on the Maul. Maul blocks. Maul's very conservative. Gets cover. Manny backs off. Vader switches targets. Comes over. Manny leaves. Doesn't like the 2v1. Gets vision. Think he gets cover from potential Vader float choke. Moves forward. Asajj is waiting. Preemptive push. Tumble. Major window open. Vader swoops in. Maul comes in to follow up. Kratos leaves. They just are able to capitalize on it. The play completely turns. A little too much there. Here we go. Manny spawns, gets vision. Vader drops down. He exploits a window there too. Didn't note that at first. That's a window for him. He exploits it. Kills Scars. Manny preemptively pushes, tumbles, jumps. R2 jumps. Preemptively pushes again. Very disciplined. Waits. Pushes forward. Pushes. Backslashes. Controls this whole situation. He's got cover. His teammates in. He's able to recover and get the kill. Very well played by him. The key things to take away are... Look, you probably subconsciously push anyway, but if you could be more conscious of it and use it wisely, utilize it specifically, that'll be to your advantage. Also use cover in front of you, beside you, behind you. And then, of course, the windows. Asajj created a window with his preemptive push, and then his teammates followed up. But when the window was opened against LSJ there, I think Kratos overreacted, too conservative, and then scars had fallen, so they weren't able to respond. So when windows are opened against you, you've got to be careful because you can totally abandon your teammates, and then it's over, and then you put yourself in an even worse position, right? So well played though by the villains in the first half, and then by Manny especially in the second half.